unconstitutional that were made after April 30th. Current executive orders will remain in place for the next 20 days. Fox 17's Julie Dunmeyer heard from the attorney who brought the case to the state Supreme Court. Julie?
Ryan, that attorney who brought to the Supreme Court says, Patrick Wright says he filed that lawsuit representing one person and three healthcare agencies, saying that the extended executive order prevented people from receiving medical treatments that they may have needed. The state Supreme Court upholding that case. Wright says this isn't necessarily about whether or not Whitmer made the right decisions, but that it didn't go through the correct process.
Protests against Governor Whitmer's executive orders go as far back as April. The state Supreme Court now siding with those who have long said the power Governor Whitmer was exercising violated state constitution.
So any order that the executive order that the governor has issued after April 30th, 2020 is unconstitutional.
Attorney Patrick Wright brought the case to the state Supreme Court and won. He says it's just a step in the right direction for more balanced policies regarding how the state handles COVID-19.
I want to make it very clear that with over 200,000 deaths in the country and 6,700 deaths in Michigan, this remains a very important problem, but not the type of problem anymore where the governor alone should be making public policy, but rather that the legislature should have a say in it.
The legislative body now has a say in how policies will look when it comes to managing the pandemic. But Whitmer's executive orders will remain for the next 20 days.
I do think that the governor was honestly trying to do her best. Some of the decisions she made might have been excellent. Some of the decisions might not have been as good as would have been made if the legislature was involved.
Publicly acknowledging this change, State Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey tweeting he does not support the statewide mask mandate. Wright saying in response to that, he wants the decisions to be made with science in mind, but with equal representation from across the state.
My thoughts on that are obviously I want the best policy that comes out of the science and balancing whatever the countervailing interests are.
Local businesses across West Michigan giving their take. Shorts Brewing sharing on their Facebook, despite the changes in executive order at their private establishment, their requirements are staying the same to keep customers safe. Wright again says for him, this is all about the legal perspective, saying a good example in his eyes is the back to school bill, where both the governor and legislator work together on the policy.
I mean, if you happen to agree with the decisions that the governor is making and are not concerned about a fair and constitutional process, then maybe you'd be disappointed in the decision. We've used this system for centuries, and there's a reason why we have.
Whitmer issuing a statement on this ruling, calling it deeply disappointing. She says she disagrees with the court's interpretation of the law. You can read her statement in full with this story on our website. Live in the newsroom, Julie Dunmeyer, Fox 17 News.
All right, thanks for that.